Quite some time ago, I did a video on YouTube that was if Dash was going to build the Nissan Warrior, how would we do it? Alright, you've all seen the hype. The Nissan Patrol Warrior has shown its face finally, and it took some time. For entertainment purposes, I'm going to have a play with what I've seen online about the Warrior, and I'm going to talk about what I think we would do if we were given the gig. We took all the things that came from Facebook and our thoughts about what should be in a car and put our money where our mouth was, and we built it, and we called it the Samurai. This is it. I feel like the team have now made a thing of beauty. This car, I don't even want to sell it anymore. It is for sale, of course, and you can go and find it on Marketplace, but it's made to the exact way we would want to do it, as if I was going to make my car, make a Y62 Patrol for me myself. And I swear, this might be Samurai 001, but 002 is probably going to be mine. Now, it starts with the exhaust. We wanted to build an exhaust that was going to match all the wisdom and experience that we've had with exhaust over the past 5+ years of Y62s, and this is what we came up with. It's a 3-inch Mandelbrot system, all stainless steel, 414. We've made the muffler as small as possible to get it loud, but not too small that it's going to drone too much or have any bad sounds like thong slap, which you often hear out of poor exhaust systems for 62s. It's got a 3-inch inlets, 2 3-inch outlets, because we know all of that pressure and heat builds up at the back of the muffler, and if we have 2 exit points, there's less chance of it failing down the track. All the flanges are thicker, all the nuts and bolts, every little part has been thought about in this exhaust to make it a premium exhaust to match what should be a Samurai. There's a huge opportunity to showcase a new bar with the Samurai, and we needed something that was going to be just different enough from our Predator bars, but have the same theme and spirit of what has been successful for the last few years as well. So you'll notice the base of the bar is very similar to the Predator bar, but we've added a single hoop because a lot of people ask for it. Textured middle, color-coded wings, and this sets off the front end of the car, and of course with some laser lamps. It has started to be a theme through the whole car. A little bit of black and a little bit of red, and we've mixed it both on the inside of the car with the wood grain delete, numbered of course, with the Samurai through the seats that have all been reupholstered, mind you, and then moving to that outside with the bush barriers. And then underneath the car, you'll see red highlights with the suspension. We've done a BMW 4.5 ton pre-reg GVM upgrade, and just highlights to the lower control arms. Our new Samurai coils will be released soon, but you'll see that that's a suspension that Steve and I have thought about, worked on, and proven works on a Y62, which is just a 40mm lift. 40mm is the perfect number, we believe, in our opinion. When you go to 50mm, you have to start thinking about diff drops and other geometric problems with the car and wheel alignment. Under 40mm is fine, but I think 40 is the maximum that you can go, and that's what we've done in the Samurai. The coils have been specifically selected for bound and rebound that Steve and I have been working on for years, and we feel like we've perfected it. And the car drives beautifully, and we'll take an airbag. We've used the interlock airbags, again, proven that they work without leaks. This car is a representation of the best of everything that could go on a Y62, with not too much and not too little. We know that for the price we're asking for this car, it's going to be in the realm of Land Cruiser 300 GR Sport. So to make sure it's going to keep up, if not beat it on the tracks, we've made it twin locked. And so we've got a Harrop e-locker in conjunction with the rear locker override at the back of the car. On 295 Yokohama tyres and Method race wheels, this is the perfect combination, again, from all the experience we've had, in the best wheel that will be for touring and off-road without going too big or too small. The paint has always been an issue with Patrols. and it really needed to be looked at or fixed. The way we've gone for this is using bush wraps, the advanced kit. So this car will be protected down both sides, plus bush barriers. Probably the favourite part of this car for me is the interior. You'll notice that we've taken all of the hood lining out, all the pillars. We've either had them reupholstered or painted with a flexible primer to go on plastic, so it's not going to come off, and everything is black. So when you sit in the car, you don't feel like it's 10 years old. It feels modern, and it feels like a different experience to sitting in any other Y62. The seats have been reupholstered. The stereo is now EC off-road with a modern look like the Armada, and we've updated the instrument cluster as well. This is the way an interior in 2024 should look on a Patrol. When you're going for a 295 tyre, it really needs to have flares because there is a little bit of poke. We've chosen a plus 18 offset for the Samurai, so the overall wheelbase has increased, and I believe every Y62 should have flares anyway. Like the Armadas, they look mint in America. That's what ours should look like too. A contentious thought, we put this up on Facebook and a little bit in YouTube, is about what a chrome delete should look like on a Y62, and I'm afraid you've got my personal opinion on that one. We have done a chrome delete on the front grille, but left one strip to match up with the laser lamp, so there's a personal touch there. The roof racks or the roof rails are black now as well. The tail lights are black. However, in my opinion, that shape around the window is an iconic shape, and it should stay there and not be hidden, because in 10, 20 years from now, when we look back at Samurai or Patrols, you know, when we've used all the fossil fuels in the world, we're going to look back and go, do you remember that car with the shape of the window that did that? That was amazing back then. I remember that day. To manage the suspension, and we know that we're going to be towing or potentially towing with this car because we've done the GVM upgrade, we're going to put airbags in. I've spoken a little bit about the interlocks and the braided line, how we know they don't leak, but this has to be managed. So we've installed a compressor and onboard air. So in an independent sprung vehicle, you're always going to have issues with wheel alignment if you don't do anything about retaining the height, because you'll get camber and toe issues at the back and chew out tyres. So having an airbag that is managed in cabin with a gauge, as soon as you add weight, you increase the air in the airbags, and as soon as you take weight out of the car, you go back to its standard 5-10 psi. Keep doing that, and your tyres will have a long life, and the car will drive brilliantly, even when towing 3.5 ton.
How good does this thing sound? Oh, I kind of don't want to let this one go. It is for sale. It's on Marketplace. This is like going to be a collector's item, or someone is just going to grab this and enjoy it like from day dot, and really you don't have to do much to it. This is a killer car. I believe this is the car that Nissan should have built. All right, go check it out on Marketplace, and we'll see you next time on YouTube. Yeah.